At the time of recording this, we are about a month and a half away from release, and if everything continues to run smoothly for the development team, we should be free from any more delays. And with that out of our way, let's stop stalling and talk about everything that's coming to Crimson Desert. Crimson Desert is an open-world action-adventure game set in the beautiful yet brutally unforgiving continent of Pywell. You take on the role of Cliff Greymane, the leader of the Greymane tribe, after your people are nearly wiped out by the rival Blackbear tribe. Your mission begins as a personal quest to restore and reunite your scattered tribe. However, it soon evolves into something much larger. As you travel across Pywell in search of your people and a new land to call home, you're pulled into a web of mystical forces, political conflict, ancient powers, and clashing ideologies that shape the fate of an entire continent. One of the most essential elements that makes Pywell feel truly alive is its factions filled with diversity. The world isn't just split into good or evil, it's a patchwork of cultures, beliefs, and levels of advancement. Some factions are deeply rooted in classic medieval fantasy, while others are so technologically advanced that they wield terrifying super weapons, including a giant steampunk dragon that we'll eventually have to face. What makes this even more interesting is that the developers didn't just decide who gets advanced technology and who doesn't. Some factions remain low-tech due to poverty, while others actively reject innovation because of religious beliefs, viewing technology as something unholy or heretical. That kind of world building feels incredibly grounded and realistic, because even in our own world, we've seen civilizations and belief systems reject progress for similar reasons. It's a small detail, but it makes Pywell feel honest and believable. Now, as great as the world and story are, let's talk about what might be the most beautiful thing in Crimson Desert. And yes, I am talking about the combat. The combat system is unlike anything we've really seen in open world RPG games. The developers have made it clear that this is not going to be a Souls-like, or is not trying to be another Elden Ring. Instead, the combat is designed to feel much closer to a fighting game, where mastery, timing, and creativity matters far more than stats alone. You can seamlessly chain together hand-to-hand combat, swordplay, spear techniques, magic, grapples, counters, and environmental attacks. The better you understand your character's abilities and how different systems interact, the more dangerous you become on the battlefield. Combat isn't numbers, it's skill expression. And depending on how you play, fights can feel completely different. On top of that, we've seen that after defeating certain bosses, you can steal or learn about their abilities. One of the best examples is the Spectral Knight that we see during the gameplay trailers, who grants an ability that summons a massive genie-like entity that fights alongside you, firing arrows and striking enemies with a gigantic sword. Combine this with the potential skill tree that there has been talk from the developers, deeper ability customization and build variety, and you're looking at a combat system that could be incredibly deep and rewarding. Exploration and traversal are just as important, especially when you realize that the map of Crimson Desert is larger than the map of Red Dead Redemption 2. Naturally, this raises a big question. Will the world feel empty? And from everything we've seen so far, the answer is a confident no. Pywell is packed with side quests, bounties, dungeons, puzzles, hidden lore, massive creatures to hunt, materials to gather for crafting, and mysterious locations like the Abyssal Islands. These floating land masses function similarly to the Sky Islands in Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, allowing for vertical exploration and creative traversal. You can climb up, leap off, glide across distances, and approach areas from completely different angles. The traversal itself looks incredibly fun. One of the standout mechanics is what I can call web swinging, a grappling-based movement system where you latch onto a structure, swing in wide arcs, and launch yourself across the terrain. It is not just useful in movement either, it plays directly into combat, letting you reposition, dodge attacks, or slam into enemies with momentum-based strikes. And for longer journeys, the game has gone absolutely wild with mounts. We're not talking about horses, though those are here too. We can ride wolves, bears, dragons, and even super mechs armed with missiles. And honestly, if we don't eventually get to ride the giant crab monstrosity we've seen from gameplay footage, I'll be shocked. When you pull all of this together, the world building, the faction diversity, skill-based combat, the massive open world, the sheer ambition behind exploration and traversal, Crimson Desert does not just look like another open world RPG. It feels like a game that's trying to redefine what the genre can be. Even though they don't call this game an RPG, but it definitely is technically an RPG. If the developers deliver even half of what they've shown, Crimson Desert could end up being the most memorable and mechanically ambitious game of this generation. And with Crimson Desert officially going gold, the countdown has truly begun. Pywell is waiting, and soon we'll finally get to step into it ourselves. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did like it, please leave me down a like. This is kind of different than my usual style of video. Usually I just play games, but I don't know, I've been very excited over the last few years for Crimson Desert, and we're about, from as right now, 7 weeks from its release. So I'm extremely excited right now, and I'm very happy. So tell me down below, what are you excited for? What are you looking forward to the game? Also, please do, if you enjoyed the video, subscribe so you can see if I post more. Yeah, I hope you have a good day, and peace.